Hey everyone, I just got my Bambu Lab X1 back up and running after a little hiccup, and I thought I'd share what fixed it. Cheap replacement boards you find online can be hit or miss. Sometimes they arrive DOA or the firmware doesn't play nice, leaving you stuck with a printer that won't even boot. That's exactly why I went with this AP for board replacement specifically designed for the X1 series. It's the same board Bambu uses in their own spares, so you're not gambling on some off-brand part. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The first thing that stood out was how straightforward the swap was. I've swapped out control boards on other printers before, and it's usually a whole afternoon of tracing cables and triple-checking connections. With this one, the connectors are labeled clearly and the layout matches the original board exactly. I had mine out and the new one in under 20 minutes, no guesswork, no extra tools beyond a basic screwdriver. If you've ever felt intimidated by opening up your X1, this part makes the whole process feel a lot less scary. Another big plus is the firmware compatibility. Some third-party boards either don't support the latest Bambu firmware or require you to jump through hoops to get them working. This board already had the correct firmware flashed, so once it was installed my printer booted right up and connected to the network without any extra steps. That alone saved me from digging through forums at midnight trying to figure out why my screen was stuck on connecting. If you're not super tech-savvy, that peace of mind is worth its weight in plastic spools. I also like that this board keeps all your original settings intact. After the swap, my calibration, network preferences, and even my custom macros were still there, no need to start from scratch. That's a huge time saver if you've spent hours dialing in your printer's performance. I've seen other replacements reset everything, forcing you to relearn your own machine, which is the last thing you want when you're eager to get back to printing. Durability seems solid too. The board is encased in a metal shield that matches the original, so it's not just a bare circuit board rattling around inside your X1. That little bit of extra protection helps keep dust and stray plastic bits away from the sensitive components, which is especially useful if you run your printer in a busy workshop or garage. I've had mine installed for a few weeks now with zero issues, and the printer's been running as quietly and smoothly as it did when it was brand new. One thing worth mentioning is that this board is a direct replacement, so it doesn't add any extra features or mods, it just does what the original does, but reliably. If you're looking to upgrade your X1 with things like a direct drive extruder or a different toolhead, this isn't the board for that. It's strictly for getting your printer back to factory condition without the hassle of dealing with sketchy parts. As for downsides, the price is a bit higher than some of the no-name alternatives you'll find online. But honestly, after dealing with a couple of those in the past, I'd rather pay a little more upfront for something that works the first time. Also, since it's a direct replacement, you won't get any extra ports or connectivity options, just the standard setup. If you were hoping for something more advanced, you'll need to look elsewhere. All in all, if your Bambu Lab X1 is down and you need a reliable board that installs easily and keeps your settings intact, this is the one to grab. It's not flashy, but it does exactly what it's supposed to without any headaches. The link is below if you want to take a closer look. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. For most buyers, the real question is not whether AP for board for Bambu Lab X1 Series 3D printer part replacement sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like AP for board for Bambu Lab X1 Series 3D printer part replacement in practical day-to-day use actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off.